Hello, I am not Frank McLean, the Executive and Artistic Director of the Grand Opera House. I am, however, Michelle Blanchard, the Box Office and Marketing Manager at the Grand Opera House. Thank you. As the name implies, with Frank is usually hosted by Frank as a lighthearted opportunity to catch you, our audience, up on what's happening at the Grand, and to chat with some of the people who make the Grand, well, grand.
Aw.
That's you guys.
Makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Man, I feel like I'm not holding up my end of the bargain.
This is usually where Frank explains how the program got its name, talks about the beverage he's drinking, explains the rules of the drinking game, and accuses me of forcing him to do this show in the first place. I'm going to skip over all of that and save some time, since Tracy is going to kick me off the stage in a few minutes, because tonight is the final dress rehearsal for Rounding Third. Yay! If you really want to know more about with Frank, it's best to learn about it from him by watching one of the past episodes available on our website by clicking on the Grand On Demand link at the top of the page. I will do a quick thank you to the people who make this program happen behind the scenes each week. Tracy Richardson is our technical director, and he gets everything set up for this each week, while also maintaining our historic theater, building sets, setting up and programming lights, and making sure everyone sounds great when they're on the stage. Austin McElroy is the stream dictator. He paid me to say that. And makes sure that all of our streaming programming looks just as beautiful in the virtual world as it does in the real one. I'll let you guys clap now. There we go.
I didn't want to interrupt before.
Our camera operator tonight is David Baird. I bet our regular viewers didn't expect me to say that. Joining me tonight on, clap please. David is doing an excellent job.
If we keep doing it, it'll be funny again. They'll come back around.
That's how it works.
Joining me tonight on the set of Rounding Third is the cast of Rounding Third, Danny Fairchild and Stephen Green. Each of them has a non-alcoholic bush that they will very politely pretend to drink since, as I said earlier, they have final dress rehearsal tonight, and I won't let them drink real beer before that. I'm
So
drinking.
we're supposed to be pretending to drink this? Because I've been drinking this.
Oh no, you can really drink it if you feel so inclined, but I'm not going to force you.
Can I really pretend to drink it?
You can really pretend to drink it as well, yes. I'm drinking water because I am also on the clock still tonight. Gentlemen, since Frank only ever mentions himself as the director on shows his guests have been in, and never even names the directors of any other shows, can we take a moment to talk about the show you were both in that I directed? What was that again?
That would be...
Oh, crap, what was that? She just told us. It's a Wonderful
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's right, the critically acclaimed Christmas show that was performed here at the Grand in 2017.
It was really awesome. Phenomenal.
It was, but enough about the past. Let's pivot to what's happening now. Stephen, can you tell our audience who directed you in Rounding Third?
Frank McLean.
Even when he's not here, he still manages to do it. But in all seriousness, Danny, can you tell us a little bit about what Rounding Third is about?
Well, on its surface, it's about baseball. But we go a little bit deeper, and it touches on themes like, what it is to be a parent, what it is to be a coach, kind of what it means, and, kind of a toxic masculinity versus, someone who's more woke, I guess. Do we still use that word? Is that still an okay word, woke? Anyway,
I think so.
But yeah, it's, about relationships between men, and
All right.
did I answer the question? I think I did.
I think you did. Yes.
I think so.
Stephen, what was different about rehearsing this show during a pandemic?
Having the masks on the whole time was definitely a big change. Only having 4 people total in the rehearsal space was very strange. I think and then the lack of people backstage too. Just the intimacy of the show, I guess. Well, I've done a lot of shows down here. I feel like there's always so many people that are always involved. And in this, it's just us.
Right. I suppose I should probably do a shameless plug here, even though this whole episode is really a shameless plug. So Danny, can you say in your best announcer voice, it's time for a shameless plug?
All right. All right, sports fans, it's time for another shameless plug.
Next Wednesday is the thrilling finale of Easel Wars. Easel Wars is a Bob Ross meets Iron Chef, no-holds-barred, winner-takes-all competition between two fine artists. In the finale on Wednesday, October 14th, John Little and Emily Anderson will have 90 minutes to paint a one-of-a-kind masterpiece while being heckled by both a live and virtual audience and pestered by our announcer, Dan Haggerty. Each painting will be raffled off as a fundraiser for the Grand Opera House. To learn more about what to expect from our finale, you can watch both of the previous episodes by going to our website, www.thegrandoperahouse.com, and clicking on the Grand On Demand link at the top of the page. To be part of the finale, you can purchase tickets online or from our box office, or you can watch it live on Facebook on Wednesday, October 14th at 7:30. Okay, I think I only have to do about 12 more of those to keep up with Frank's format. But now, let's get back to you two. Danny, when Frank called you to be in this show, can you tell us a little bit about what it was about this script that made you want to be in the show?
Well, it was a play, and I hadn't been in a play in a long, long time, and, you know, not being able to do much of anything during the pandemic, and it was just kind of a lifeboat that he was kind of throwing me to do something that I love to do and see people that I don't get to see very often anymore, like Stephen here. So, yeah, I mean, I've learned to read the script first before saying yes, but I was like 3 pages in before, okay, I'm probably going to do this, so.
Excellent. And Stephen, your lovely wife, Teresa, told me that you didn't even read the script before you said yes, so I can't ask you the same question.
It's true.
However, why were you so quick to sign on to this show?
I love being part of stuff at the Grand Opera House. This place has provided a great activity for me to bond with my family, my 2 sons, and my wife, and meet all sorts of new people who have become great friends, and it's just been such a huge part of my life and made such a huge difference that I was just excited to be back at it again.
Excellent. All right. I want to pivot for a moment to your plans for Halloween this year. Danny, do you have anything planned in the works?
Well, I'm in the purchase of buying a new house, so I'm packing up and moving during this whole thing as well. And so once we get to the new house, my girlfriend is big on Halloween, so we're going to do something. We just don't really know what. We don't know what that's going to look like yet until we get into the house. But yeah, I mean, we have like a core group of friends that you know, we still get together. We kind of quarantine together pretty much. So probably something with them. No idea what it's going to look like, but.
All right. And Stephen, I already know what you're doing. So instead, can you please say in your best announcer voice, it's time for another shameless.
Another shameless plug!
Unfortunately, the pandemic has forced us to cancel Terror at the Grand this year. Instead, on Friday, October 30th and Saturday, October 31st at 7 and midnight, the Grand will be showing the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. So let's all do the time warp again with Brad, Janet, Dr. Frankenfurter, and the rest of the Transylvanian gang on the big screen at the Grand Opera House. With only 4 showings and limited socially distanced seating, you'll want to make your reservations now by visiting our website or box office. Tickets are just $10, and prop bags for audience participation will be available for purchase while supplies last. So come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. The Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Grand Opera House, October 30th and 31st. Costumes and virgins welcome. Let's get back to rounding third. We have a few videos from rehearsal last night so that our audience can learn a little more about what the show's about. Can you guys set this first clip up? What's going on here?
Really, this scene at its core is about baseball.
Great. Let's go to the clip.
Well, it's going. Hey, you want something to drink?
I'm fine, but thanks so much for asking.
You honestly didn't know who I was when you came in here?
We haven't met, have we?
I don't know, but I figured you'd at least know of me, even if you didn't know me.
You're pretty well known.
Well, let's just say yes. People who leave their houses tend to know who I am. You're not a shut-in, are you, Mike?
Michael, no, I get out every single day.
Good for you.
I'm just new.
Oh, well, that explains it. How new?
A few months.
Beautiful. You like it so far?
Overall, the people here are
Well,
very...
that's just the kind of place it is, Mike. And I think you'll find that the longer you live here, the people just get more and more like that. Are you sure you don't want a beer?
Sorry.
Don't apologize, man.
Right.
So actually, that first clip was you guys in what looked to be a bar, no baseball. So let's try this again. What's going on in our second clip?
Me?
Sure.
Okay. Well, in this second clip, I like to think that if you really delve deep into this, it's really about baseball.
Okay, let's go to the clip.
Well, look who's here, our brand new assistant coach. We'd about given up on you, Mike.
I guess I'm just a few minutes late.
11, but who's counting? Oh, Frankie, just go ahead and take a seat in the bleachers there. Oh, hey, you okay, buddy?
He couldn't find his glasses. I got you a mocha latte, Don. Extra foam. Didn't know how you like it.
Thanks, Mike. But since this isn't the ladies' sewing club, I will be saving this for later.
Didn't care for the mocha, or was it the
Cards
latte?
on the table, Mike. I just like plain old American coffee. Hey, but thanks anyway.
Well, you were both wearing baseball shirts in that one, but you were talking about mocha lattes and coffee, so I guess that's a little closer. Stephen, do you want to jump in with how that relates to baseball?
Well, you see, baseball is all about paying attention and being awake, and the coffee is a metaphor and a representation of that attentiveness and that awakefulness.
It's a metaphor. It's not a metaphor.
So we don't want to talk at all about talking to the kids on the team for the first time.
They were definitely there too, and
Okay.
that absolutely happened.
All right. So in our last clip, third time's the charm, right? What's this clip about?
Would you say baseball?
I would definitely say baseball.
Yeah, it seems, yeah.
The fundamentals of baseball.
I'm glad we're on the same page on this.
Sure. Let's go to the clip.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Better get in the van. Wife made some cookies. Watch out for the broken glass.
Do you smell something?
Yeah.
Like an animal died in your van or something?
Oh, that. There you go.
You're not changing your socks, are you, Don?
Not until they lose.
So in that one, you were actually eating cookies in the back of a van, and Danny, you were sticking your feet in Stephen's face. Can you tell us how that relates to baseball?
Well, anybody who spent any time knows that smell. And really, as far as cookies go, have you ever tried to play baseball on an empty stomach? It doesn't work very well.
Fair enough.
Bad idea.
Fair enough. So nothing about superstitions or anything like that happening in that one? With No? Okay.
No.
No.
I don't know where you're getting that, Michelle.
Silly.
For our viewers out there, if you've been following our Facebook page this week, that whole baseball routine we just did, that was hilarious. Sorry,
You almost made me spit take.
I didn't mean to do that while you were taking a drink. Well, guys, I guess I should probably stop you from... No, let me start that again. I guess I shouldn't keep you from getting ready any longer. There's just one last thing I need you to do for me, okay? It's time for another shameless plug.
The Grand Opera House is a 501c3 organization, and now, more than ever, we need your support.
Please consider donating to the Grand. You can make a one-time or recurring donation by visiting the Grand's website, www.thegrandoperahouse.com.
Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Why don't you guys go ahead and finish getting ready for dress rehearsal?
I thought you were going to say finish our beers.
You can do that too. You can take them with you. They're yours to keep for the night. You can chug them or whatever. I don't care.
Shotgun it.
All right. Rounding Third by Richard Dresser will be performed live on the Grand Stage this Friday through Sunday. Yes, you can go. This Friday through Sunday, October 9th, 10th, and 11th. The very funny and often touching play chronicles the journey of two Little League coaches through an entire season, from their first tentative meeting to the climactic championship game. Rounding Third will be the first theatrical production to play the Grand Stage since early March, when the health crisis forced the cancellation and postponements of planned productions. Seating in the theater will be socially distanced and significantly reduced, and additional precautions are being taken for the safety of patrons, performers, volunteers, and staff. If you are not able to make it to the theater, you can live stream the productions on October 9th and 10th by purchasing a ticket on our website. Each performance can be watched live as it is performed or on demand until
thought that was a
7:30
great
p.m. the
metaphor.
following day. Celebrate postseason Major League Baseball and a return to the theater with this one-of-a-kind comedy. Tickets can be purchased on the Grand website, www.thegrandoperahouse.com, or by calling 563-588-1305, or visiting me in the Grand Opera House box office. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from noon until 4 p.m. And if you're planning on live streaming the performance but don't want to miss out on your theater snacks, stop by the Grand on Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for our weekly popcorn sales in front of the theater. The Grand's signature popcorn is sold outside the front doors of the theater each week. From 5 to 7, a local celebrity will be behind the counter. Who will it be this week? You'll just have to stop down to find out. Well, that's it for me. I hope I have been an adequate substitute for Frank this week. Tune in next time to see the man himself on the next with Frank. Austin, let's roll that last clip.
I have stayed awake nights trying to find ways that we can fill this gap in our lineup. I owe this to the kids.
Just let them play, Don. Just let them play. It's okay.
Oh, just let them play. That is some brilliant strategy, Mike. Did you think of it while you were the only car stuck in traffic?
Tell me something. What do you think the commissioner would have to say about this?
The commissioner was convicted of transporting cigarettes across state lines for the purpose of illegal sale. So I can't imagine that my little league game strategy is going to put his panties in a twirl here, Michael. Now let me ask you a question about commitment and dedication, okay? Do you ever think about this team when you're not actually here?
Yes, I do.
How much?
A lot.
Waking hours, what percentage?
What percentage of my waking hours do I spend thinking about the team?